So if you like bananas, this is a story that you need to hear because Chiquita Bananas, which is the largest banana supplier for the United States, well, they are laying off all their workers or their day workers in Panama. I want to read you the story. Look at this right here. It says Chiquita lays off remaining day workers in Panama. But why? What are they doing and what is the benefit of doing this? Well, look at this right here. It says, banana giant Chiquita will lay off a remaining 1,189 day workers in Panama. Its unit in the Central American country said on Thursday after it received authorization from the government and following mass layoffs over a strike at its banana farms. The layoffs are effective Friday. That was last week. Okay? Now, actually 2 weeks ago. Here's the reason why this is such a big deal. Look at this. It says Chiquita Panama had fired 5,000 workers in late May as Panamanians across the country protested against several issues, including a social security reform they said would affect their future pensions. Its management left Panama by early June. So they laid off all these people. They laid off 5,000 workers. Again, the country was protesting the social security changes. And they said, no, this is going to affect our pensions. That's why they went on strike. But this is why some are saying that bananas could be, well, here in the United States, we may not see a lot of them. Okay? Or their prices are going to jump. I want to read you a few things. Look at this right here. Now, this article right here, this is from June 5th, okay? So about 2 months ago. It says, why bananas may soon be a luxury in America. Chiquita's layoffs in Panama hold the answer. We know they just laid off all the remaining workers. So that right there is a huge problem, all right? Look at this. It says, banana cultivation has also been affected by climate change with rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and the spread of plant diseases like Fusarium wilt, also known as the Panama disease, are threatening yields. Now, here in the United States, what we're struggling with is prices continue to increase. The American people continue to buy certain products, but others we just can't get. Look at this right here. It says, how are the industry dealing with it? Chiquita dominates nearly 90% of banana production in Panama and also operates farms in Costa Rica, Honduras, Guatemala, Ecuador, Colombia, Nicaragua, Mexico, and Peru. However, other major players like Dole and Del Monte also cultivate bananas in Panama and Latin America, potentially increasing their presence in U.S. markets. Keep in mind that, again, Chiquita is the largest banana supplier here in the United States. Yes, Dole, Del Monte, they still do it, but and there's other companies as well. But this is a big one. Look at this right here. It says, additionally, brands such as Bonita Bananas from Ecuador and Turbana from Colombia may become more prominent, though only time will reveal the market dynamics. In response to these challenges, companies like Chiquita are investing in research to develop disease-resistant banana varieties. One such initiative is the development of the Yellowway 1 banana, which may tolerate diseases like Fusarium wilt and black sigatoka. However, these solutions are still in the research phase and may take years to be widely implemented. Okay. This is the big one. Will there be a shortage of bananas in the U.S.? Now, I just want to come out and say one thing. We have seen banana prices go up. Now, I have a friend, a few different friends that have different health food stores, and one of which, she has she does acai bowls and things like that. Okay, does these down in California, does very well with them. Now, she was saying that all of her costs have gone up. All the fruit that she puts in it, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, even the oats, and, the honey as well, everything has gone up. Look at this right here. says banana supplies in the U.S. are influenced by various factors such as weather conditions, labor challenges, and production levels in key growing regions. While an immediate price surge is unlikely, consumers may start to notice higher prices and fewer bananas on store shelves in the coming months. One thing that my friend said is that she shops at a certain local place to get her fruits. Well, she said the fruits are limited. Like she goes through the bananas, and again, they are limited. She goes through the strawberries, and some aren't too great. Some look like they can, they're good. They should be able to be served for the next few days or week. But others, she says she'll go to one supplier, and a lot of their stuff is kind of past its prime. It's not great, so she doesn't buy it. She says, or it says right here, as the U.S. heavily relies on banana imports for approximately 75% of bananas entering through East and Gulf Coast ports, recent labor strikes at these ports have disrupted the flow of bananas, which may lead to shortages. Keep in mind, this article is back in the beginning of June, okay? So there's still problems at these ports, okay? This isn't anything new. And we've seen it before where these workers, let's just go with the UPS, okay? When UPS workers were pretty much planning to strike, the union's working on a new agreement, and they got them a pretty substantial increase to their wages. Well, what UPS just did recently is they offered a buyout program to people that were there for more than 5 years, and they'll give you $1,800 a year that you were working there. So guess what? If you work there for more than 5 years and you get over $10,000 as a bonus, pretty much buyout, then you can accept it and you can go on your merry way. But guess what? They're doing this in order to get rid of all those people that they offered this increase to, because UPS realizes that's too much. They can't afford it, especially with the change in the market. Well, it's the same thing for all these ports. These workers, yeah, they're working. The ports are making money, but they're not making money like they used to. And that's part of the issue. So, what's going to happen with the banana market? Well, that's what we don't know exactly. That's what we're waiting to see. Look what just happened. This is just from a few days ago. It says Chiquita's former bosses in Colombia sentenced to 11 years in prison. Look at why. It says a judge convicted 7 former executives of Chiquita brands in Colombia for sponsoring terrorism and sentenced them to 11 months in prison. The former executives were responsible for Chiquita's contributions totaling $1.7 million in paramilitary organization UAC between 1995 and 2004. So you can see who the bosses are, okay, right here, and what they did. Yeah, it's interesting. Chiquita's going through a lot of stuff right now, so we'll see what happens. But my guess is we are still going to have some bananas here in the U.S. They will probably be a little bit more expensive, but we will still have them. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but that's what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.